Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new, thank you for watching this video, and for the ones returning to my videos, again, thank you for continuing to watch and subscribing to my channel. On this video, I'm going to talk about the monthly payments on my 2016 Dodge Challenger Hellcat. I bought that car September of 2021, where car prices were kind of on the way of going, well, I think they were pretty expensive already by then. I got a decent deal in my opinion. I think I've constantly checked the value of my car, and it's still pretty much, it's around the same value that I paid for it back then. So I think I did okay. My car is a manual transmission, which I wanted it that way. So I was comfortable with the price. I actually looked around and pretty much it was a fair deal. Now, price on the car was 51.9, rounded up to 52,000. I had two trade-ins. At the time I was doing, at that time I had a couple cars that I was doing Turo with. One of them was getting up in mileage, so I needed to get rid of that car before, I lose a lot of value on it. And my daily driver, which was a BMW, surprisingly enough, I bought it right when COVID started, and it gained value. As you guys might know, a lot of cars gain value. So I had negative equity on one, positive on the other one. But between those two cars, my trading value was higher than what my car was, what the car I was purchasing was worth. So what does that mean? That means you don't really have to pay sales taxes, because they're valuing your two trade-ins at either the same amount or a higher amount. So you technically already pay taxes for that money. So you shouldn't be paying taxes on that car that you're purchasing. So if the car is 52, you add maybe dealer fee of whatever that dealer is charging you, license plate switch and things like that. That's about it. You shouldn't be adding any more money than that. So realistically, between 1,000 to like 1,200, I would say. And then if you want to get gap insurance and things like that, that's just a different story. But so my scenario was that the car was 52, my value on my two cars were over 52, so no sales tax. However, I was negative on enough in my Mercedes. It was an S-Class that I was trading in. That's what I had in Turo. It was about $5,000 upside down. I put 4K down on the car just to kind of offset that 5,000, because I didn't want to get a loan for like 60 something thousand in a 2016 car, even though I plan on keeping that car for a very long time, but I didn't want to get up there, and I also didn't want to put a lot of money out of pocket. So what I did is I put 4,000 down, so I had about $1,000 negative equity, so that puts the car about 53, what I'm gonna finance. I think dealer fees were $699, so that's about $700. Tax and I mean title and registration fees was about $200, I want to say, and then I was able to get gap insurance through the credit union that I actually financed the car. I didn't finance it through the dealer. I got a credit union that somebody recommended me. So credit unions, they usually have gap insurance for like really cheap, $499. That's $500. Can't really beat it. Dealership would 9 out of 10 will try to sell you a way higher gap insurance that you can literally get through a local credit union. If you finance, I actually think you can actually get the gap through the credit union even if you don't finance the car, but don't quote me 100% on that. I'm not 100% sure. So the car came up to like $54,000. I did 72 months on the loan, and my rate was 3.6 on a 5-year-old vehicle. Keep in mind, back in 2021, rates were like literally nothing. So it wasn't the best, but it also wasn't the worst. It was a 5-year-old car, so I was okay with that. 3.6 rate, 72 months, 54 and like $200 I financed. My monthly payment came at $845, $847. It's what I pay. I have to check, but it's like $5-10 more or less. It's somewhere around there. So short, to make the story short, 54 and change finance, 3.6, $840 something thousand. Now, I know right now rates are nowhere that low. However, if you check my previous video, when I purchased my daily driver, it was back in, I got that car November 2022, which, as you guys know, rates have been going extremely high. But because it was not only the end of the year, it was holiday season, I guess, the credit union that I financed my Challenger Hellcat was running a promotion where whatever rate you got, they I think it was like a 30 to 25% discount or something like that. I got a way lower rate on that car that I have on my Hellcat, even though rates are through the roof. So there's deals out there. You just have to, search. I'll say usually whenever there is like either holiday season or like some type of holiday coming in, some banks or credit unions specifically might have deals going on. Some of the banks don't. But as of right now, I actually have seen online a lot of people, a lot of dealerships advertising 2 point something on rates. Now, keep in mind, it's not always 100% true, and you have to have like crazy good credit score to be able to qualify for those things. But there's deals out there, so just search for it. When you guys go to the dealership, just don't let them put any fees. The way that I've seen they do it nowadays, and it's confusing as hell. Even though I've been buying and selling cars for so long, they give you like a spreadsheet, and then they put numbers, and they add, they subtract numbers, and at the end of the deal, you have like $20,000 more than you're looking to spend on the car, and it's so confusing to read that when I go, before I go to the dealership, I kind of do the math on my own, and I have an idea. So I mean, it might not be 100% accurate, but I know it cannot be $5,000 to $7,000 off. It might be a couple $100 off, maybe even up to $1,000, but they are trying, the dealerships are trying to like take advantage of people. I recently helped a friend to kind of get a deal together, and they were trying to charge her like an insane amount of money, like just a whole bunch of fees. And when I looked at the paperwork that they were giving that person, I'm like, nah, this, like, you shouldn't pay for this, you shouldn't pay for that. They now recondition the vehicles, and they put a whole bunch of like crap that people don't really need. And how do you even know it's actually there? Like ceramic coating. I mean, ceramic coating, you can kind of tell if it's on the car, but they use like the cheapest of the cheapest, which you can probably get that for like $200-300. And they say, oh no, that ceramic coating was like $800-900, where you don't really. What about if you don't want to have that? What about if you like to run your car through the drive up car wash? It's just crazy nowadays the way that dealerships try to charge a whole bunch of fees, and you can fight them. You don't have to pay them. If right now dealerships are hurting. People are not really buying that many cars, so you do have an option to like fight it and try to either lower as much as you can, or as much as you feel that you're comfortable with, or just eliminate it completely, because it's just a whole bunch of bullshit fees that they try to charge people. That's it for this video. It's a very simple video, and if you guys have any questions, I can do a video also about the insurance on my cars. I have 3 vehicles on my policy, my 2 cars plus my wife's car as well. I can do a video about that and kind of break down the rate that I pay and how much is my insurance and what options and whatnot I have in it. So if you guys would like to see something like that, just put it on the comment section below. I will be taking my Hellcat to the shop next month. I already got an appointment. It's gonna get tuned. I'm doing a few things to the car because I do want to start going back to the track. I don't have a track on West Palm Beach where I live anymore. We used to have one, it closed, but there's one up in Orlando, which is about 2 hours. And once I get the car done, I plan on start going there from time to time, just to enjoy the car, because realistically on the streets it's not safe, and you shouldn't be speeding anyways. And South Florida, if you don't know, is getting so busy. It's like you can go out at 1 in the morning, there's still traffic, so you cannot enjoy your car, So stay tuned for those things. Subscribe to the channel, like the video if you like this video, and just any questions, put it on the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. All right.